Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO bringing you guys a Boruto episode 174 review. Before we get too deep into it, make sure to drop a like for more Boruto content and comment so we can have some type of discussion in the comments. Now, moving on to speaking about this episode, this was a pretty good episode. They had some really good moments in this episode, and I really enjoyed it. The episode basically starts off with Konohamaru and Mugino basically battling against the Divine Tree, and they answered a little bit of the questions that we had concerned in the last episode, in this episode. And one of those questions that they answered in this episode is, like, how is this even possible? But they're basically fighting off against this tree, and once they get it somewhat under control due to Konohamaru hitting it with a impressive Rasengan, I'm gonna say that Rasengan that Konohamaru used on this Divine Tree, it pretty much got it to calm down a little bit. It didn't completely shut it down, but it definitely did get the Divine Tree to, calm down like a lot, basically make it go a little more dormant, stuff like that. And I was impressed. When I see Konohamaru use that Rasengan, I was impressed. I gotta give the man credit. Like, y'all know I'm fair with everybody. Gotta give everybody credit where it's due. Mugino actually did his thing too. I would say Konohamaru shined a little more than Mugino in this episode, but that's neither here or there. Just making that be known. And Mugino had his time to shine. For example, he was going to... Basically, Mugino wasn't doing too good. He got stabbed, and he was going to try to still rescue the feudal lord, because if the feudal lord dies, then they have no witnesses. The hidden leaf is a big deal in the shinobi world. So basically, if the feudal lord isn't a witness, some people would question the hidden leaf and be like, they're doing it for their own motives, when in fact the hidden leaf is trying to help in this situation. But the feudal lord as a witness will definitely be unbiased because he's not from the hidden leaf. So Mugino's trying his best to save the feudal lord, and he's not doing too good. My man is bleeding because he got stabbed, and that's crazy how he still was trying his best. I gotta give Mugino his credit. I gotta give a lot of people credit in this episode. Like, this was a pretty intense episode. I actually think next episode is gonna be even more intense than this one was, just because it's just building up a lot. But speaking more on the Divine Tree, Victor basically tells all of the people who were working under him that they need to give up their life force, and the Divine Tree basically snatched them all up and wrapped them and took their chakra, very reminiscent of what we've seen in the Great Shinobi War. And that plays a part in this episode because Victor basically states in this episode that he got a fragment of the Divine Tree from the battlefield of the Fourth Great Ninja War, and he basically took that fragment and he was able to replicate the Divine Tree into what we see in this episode. I have a few more questions about it. Like, for example, what is the potential of this Divine Tree compared to the one that we see in the Fourth Great Ninja War? And also, how does it compare to the one that Jigen is trying to create? How does it compare to that one? I don't actually think this Divine Tree is going to be a major plot point in the Boruto series. I think it's probably just going to be this arc that we have to worry about the Divine Tree. I don't think this one is going... I'm speaking specifically about the one shown in this episode, because it seems like Victor is just doing this on his own without the Kara organization. Really, it seems like the Kara organization doesn't even care about this Divine Tree. And I'm saying that because if they actually cared about it, the Kara organization would literally be protecting it. Deepa literally said he doesn't even care about it. So whatever Victor's doing with this Divine Tree, it's all on Victor. It's not really the works of the Kara organization or anything like that. It's just Victor. But speaking on Victor, this is kind of interesting because Victor, if you guys read the manga, Victor does not get respect in the Kara organization. I'm gonna just keep it blunt and honest. compared to like some of the other members in the organization, Victor is not getting respect. Now, switching over to another member of the Kara organization, Deepa, I'm actually kind of liking Deepa a lot more than I originally anticipated, considering he's an anime only character, and the last anime only character that, you know, I had a bad taste in my mouth was Arashiki. Arashiki kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for the Boruto anime only characters, and I think I'm liking Deepa better. I think, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm thinking I like Deepa better, even though now I know some people are gonna criticize Deepa because Boruto and Sarada came onto the scene to help Konohamaru, because Konohamaru stayed behind to basically help, you know, get the divine tree under control, while Mugino basically fled with the feudal lord. And basically Boruto and Sarada came to help. They did their thing against the divine tree, you know, and then Victor basically puts them through the floor. So it's Victor and Konohamaru on one floor, and then Boruto and Sarada fall through the floor. Sarada actually impressed me with her quick thinking and reflexes whenever she used the kunai to basically tie it around the divine tree from stopping them from crashing into the floor. That was pretty cool of Sarada. Then Boruto grabbed on. You guys know that. Then yeah, they confront, or Deepa and Boruto and Sarada confront each other, and basically Deepa says his motivations are he just wants to taste basically food, kind of like anticlimactic or anti whatever you want to call it. I know some people are going to criticize it. I'm going to defend it. I'm not going to defend it really hard, but I'm going to give it like a little bit of defense. In the defense of Deepa, at the end of the day, not everyone is Madara. People think everyone is Madara with some deep philosophical view on the world, and it's just not the case. There's like thousands, hundred thousands of people in the world, millions even, and like there's just no way everyone's gonna have some deep philosophical thing. Honestly, some people literally could be born and basically just be born messed up in the head, you know. Like, not everyone who's evil is just on some other type stuff. And I'm just saying, like, Deepa, I mean, at the end of the day, he is his own person. That's how he feel, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm basically saying, like, everyone is different. Just because he that's the reason he do all kind of stuff. He's messed up in the head, clearly. Like, he's definitely messed up in the head, because that's not even like a, you know, deep reason, but it's his reason, and that's all that matters. Everybody has a different perspective. That's his perspective. I mean, last thing I want to touch on is a appearance from Orochimaru. Specifically, how is he there, considering he's supposed to be under heavy surveillance from the Hidden Leaf Village? But that's neither here or there. They're gonna explain this some type of way. But he basically went off. He literally disintegrated someone who was trying to assassinate the feudal lord in Mugino, because Mugino was not looking good, and Orochimaru came out of nowhere and basically disintegrated the woman who was trying to kill Mugino. And that was just crazy. I was like, wow, like Orochimaru was just on a different level. And I wonder what Orochimaru's role is going to be, because like this is called Boruto. I'm pretty sure Orochimaru would have a good fight against Deepa and probably be able to destroy him. But I think this is, like Boruto said in the beginning, this is Boruto's story. So we're going to have to see Boruto overcome Deepa by himself. I'm really liking Orochimaru in this series. I really like how they're handling Orochimaru, and I really like Orochimaru's character development. And really, really cool by Orochimaru. I hope we get to see more of him throughout the series. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.